Sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia is a genetic disease or inherited disease. It is an autosomal recessive disease. First of all, anemia. What is anemia? Anemia means blood deficiency or less number of red blood cells in the body. Red blood cells, RBCs. The function of RBCs is to provide oxygen to all the body tissues. But when a person is anemic, it means he is lacking enough healthy RBCs to provide oxygen to all the body tissues. Anemia has different forms. It may be temporary due to blood loss, or it may be a long term, like if it is genetic, and it may be severe. Anemia may be severe, or it may be mild depending upon the symptoms. Now, what is sickle cell anemia? It is Sickle cell anemia is also a deficiency of the blood, or we can say deficiency of RBCs. It is a condition in which the red blood cells become crescent moon shaped or sickle shaped. In sickle cell anemia, when a person suffers from this type of anemia, so the red blood cells normally they are round in shape, they are spherical in shape, but in this case they become crescent moon. A crescent moon is the first phase of the moon. The RBCs they assume the shape of the crescent moon, or they become sickle shaped. Sickle is as an old tool which is used to you can see a healthy RBC which is round and spherical in shape, and on the other side you can see the sickle shaped RBC. So this is a difference in their shapes. Next is the cause of sickle cell anemia. In the start, I tell you it's a autosomal recessive disease, or we can say genetic disease. So its cause is a gene mutation in the hemoglobin beta gene. I have written HB. HB means hemoglobin. It's a gene which is present on chromosome number 11, and this hemoglobin beta gene, HB beta gene, present on chromosome number 11, which is an autosome. So when mutation occur in this hemoglobin beta gene, the shape of the hemoglobin is changed. It is distorted, and that's why mutation occurs and the shape of hemoglobin becomes the shape of RBCs become sickle. Next is comparison between a normal red blood cell and a sickle shaped red blood cell. Normal RBC is round or spherical in shape, while a sickle shaped RBC has a shape of a crescent moon. Next is a normal RBC contain more hemoglobin. Hemoglobin, it carries the function of hemoglobin is to provide oxygen to all the body tissues. So in case of normal RBCs, they contain about 300 million hemoglobin molecules, HB molecules, and thus supply more than 1 billion oxygen molecules. While in case of sickle cell RBCs, the hemoglobin is the shape of hemoglobin is not normal. It is distorted, and in this case, in sickle RBCs, hemoglobin has an abnormal version, and this changed, in which the mutation has occurred. This altered hemoglobin is known as sickle hemoglobin or HBS. HB hemoglobin and S stands for sickle. So the changed hemoglobin, the altered hemoglobin, or we can say the mutated hemoglobin, is known as sickle hemoglobin or HBS. Why it is called sickle hemoglobin? Because this abnormal hemoglobin causes the RBCs to assume the shape of sickle or crescent moon. So the second main difference between the normal RBC and the sickle RBC is that normal RBC contain a large amount of hemoglobin, more hemoglobin molecules, and in this way these hemoglobin molecules they supply enough oxygen to all the body tissues. But in case of sickle cell anemia, the shape of RBCs become crescent moon, and this is because hemoglobin has undergone mutation. Normally the structure of hemoglobin quaternary structure, but in this case the structure is disturbed and it is altered, and that is why it causes the red blood cells to assume a crescent moon or sickle shaped. The third point is normal RBCs has a lifespan of 120 days. 120 days means 4 months. It means the normal RBCs, normal healthy RBCs, they are destroyed after 120 days, after 4 months. They have a long life duration as compared to sickle shaped RBCs. The lifespan of sickle RBCs is about 10 to 20 days. It means they are broken down easily. Lifespan is very short. It is about 10 to 20 days. So it means that the sickle shaped RBCs they are broken down early, and this causes paleness in the skin. It means the patients of sickle cell anemia they have mostly pale skin. It is due to the broken down of this sickle shaped RBCs. Now symptoms. Symptoms of the disease include attacks of sudden severe pain, which is known as pain crisis. What is meant by pain crisis and why the pain occur? This is because the sickle shaped RBCs they get stuck together easily and block of small blood vessels which supply blood to the organs. So in this case, when the blood is not getting to the organs where the blood should be, then it leads to pain and organ damage. So this pain occurs sometimes in the organ. It doesn't mean that pain occurs all the time in the organs. So sometimes due to the blockage of the small blood vessels which are not supplying blood to the organs, so pain occurs in the organs, and sometimes it may cause organ damage, and this pain is known as pain crisis. The second symptom is paleness. Paleness we can see often in the skin, in the lips and nail beds. Next is tiredness and dizziness and fast heartbeat. The reason of this is that when oxygen is not is not entering into the all tissues, or we can say hemoglobin is not enough to supply oxygen to all body tissues. So a person feel tiredness, and he or she may have a fast heartbeat and also feel dizziness, and sometimes they may this is because the sickle RBCs they break down faster than the normal RBCs. They break down after 10 to 20 days, and this may lead to jaundice. Next is inheritance pattern. As I told you earlier, it's a autosomal recessive disease, a genetic disease, and the gene is a hemoglobin beta gene, mutation in hemoglobin beta gene, and this gene is present on the autosome number 11, which is a body chromosome. Now, what is its inheritance pattern? If the person will have the disease if he inherits two sickle cell genes, one from each parent. As it is an recessive disease, so the disease will be expressed only when the two recessive genes are present in a person, and it means that the person is inheriting one gene from father and the other gene from his mother, so he will have the disease. In some cases A person inherits only a single sickle cell gene from one parent. So such a person will not have the disease. We can say he or she may be a carrier, and such a condition is known as sickle cell trait. What is a sickle cell trait? When a person inherits only a single sickle cell gene from one parent. Such a person will not have the disease, he will not show the symptoms, but he will act as a carrier, and there is a chance that he may pass the disease to his offsprings. Such a condition is known as a sickle cell trait. Next is about a pedigree. We are studying a case. Suppose we are studying two parents, and both are having the sickle cell trait. Sickle cell trait means they have both the parents have one normal gene and other mutated gene. It is shown in the diagram. Father and mother both have one dominant gene, which is shown by the capital S. Capital S means that this is the normal gene, it is performing its normal function, while small s means that mutation has occurred in this gene. So one copy of the gene is normal and the other copy of the gene has undergone mutation. And same is case with the mother. She is also having one normal gene and one mutated gene. So both the parents, they are having a sickle cell trait. And so if we study this case, so there is in the second generation we have shown 4 offsprings. So first offspring is the son, and he is normal. The square box is unshaded, and it shows that it's a normal child. So there is 25% chance the child will be normal. And next is a daughter and a son. The daughter is shown by a half shaded circle, and the son is shown by half shaded square. So both of them, it means that both of them have one normal gene and one gene which has undergone mutation. So both will be called as sickle cell trait, and there is a 50% chance that their offsprings will have sickle cell trait. It means they will not have the disease, but they may pass it to their offsprings in the third generation. And on the right side you see I have shown a shaded circle, which means that this is the daughter, and she is having the disease as she has received the 2 copies of the sickle cell gene. 2 copies means that one from the father and one from the mother. Small s gene from father and other small s gene from the mother, and now she is suffering from the disease. So there is 25% chance that the child will suffer from the disease. In this case, I have shown you that if both the parents are in the carrier state, they have one normal gene and other abnormal gene. So there is 25% chance that their child will be normal, and there is 50% chance that their children will have the sickle cell trait, and there is 25% chance that their child will suffer from sickle cell anemia. So it was all about the sickle cell anemia.